Hello and welcome to another vlog. First of all, a very happy 77th Republic Day to everyone. But even on this day, 77th Republic Day, we have to ask ourselves whether are we doing the right things. Just take for this example of this particular flyover that I'm going through. It's a classic example of how corruption can never be extinct from our country, because this flyover is in this condition from past 4 years, maybe more than that, but it's never been repaired properly. And the reason to that is because it was never made how it's meant to be. And ever since then, this particular flyover at the Hero Honda Chowk in Gurugram has literally holes on the flyover, and because of which they repair it. Every time they repair it, it works for a few days, and after that it comes back to its original form again. This is the height of and the might of corruption that we have in our country. Even been republic after 77 years, 77 years have passed following our constitution. Still we have 99% of people in our country who are dishonest in their jobs. Could be anything. This country is only surviving because of that 1% people who have the might to stand tall in all adversities and trying to make this nation walk. However, we should have been flying in 2026. Look at where China has gone. They've progressed so much, and in our country we are still struggling to give clean water to our people. Someone can die, and we cannot save a person for 2 hours with everybody on board, the NDRF team and all the essentials team that are required to take control of such adverse situation. But the truth of the matter is, even after 77 years have passed, we still have a long way to go. Still don't have answers to a lot of things. Simple example being that Air India flight that crashed. There is no answer till date why that crash happened. Investigation has been on the way, and that too when you get the flight recorder system recovered. So there are a lot of questions that we need to answer, and हेलो यार, अभी बाद में बात करना, मैं मोटरसाइकिल चला रहा हूँ यार। परसों परसों 11 बजे के बाद सुबह। क्या यार। So as I was saying, there are still so many things that we have to consider. It's not that I don't like my country, but there are so many things not to be so proud of. You can look at these posters of the ever inevitable leaders smiling on all of us, that this is the kind of the infra that we are going to give you. Dare you ask any questions to us? I look at sometimes what has progressed India and what could have been possible in 2026 after 77 years of we being republic. The potential was immense, but unfortunately it's been curtailed down to a level that we can only hope that the recovery, at least we just hope that the recovery we're able to do it. There's so many foreign direct investments, FDI, that is not coming to our country. What could have been India's growth prospects is certainly conquered and taken over by China. I still don't get the fact, in spite of all the potentials that we have, we're still not able to manufacture chips in our country. The manufacturing sector is dying in our country. There are hardly any manufacturing is happening. The simplest of things that we could do is getting imported from China. Everything and anything that we can potentially produce, it's all getting imported from China. So it doesn't seems that we'll be able to counter that in near future, but I still have a lot of hope. Still have a lot of hope and potential that we as a nation has, but we have to really get our act together as a nation and forget about all the nonsense in the air and the hatred around us. We shall be standing together as united as we can, because the challenges are immense and bigger than we think they are. If we do not improve now, there is hardly any hope, because there are people who don't want to live in our country anymore, and I'm seriously talking about a generation which is able to facilitate movements which can take them out of India, help them leave this country, this beautiful country. They are not stopping, they are leaving, because all of the things that we have, the common sense, the civic sense, is still lacking. You see all the buildings over here on the left and the right. This is mighty Gurugram. and a lot of buildings. I tell you what, the offices are not fully occupied. These buildings are empty. People, foreign companies are not investing as they should have been investing in our country. And the threat and the crisis of AI is just around the corner. Are we ready to take on that challenge when the AI is going to replace a lot of things? Are we developing in AI as much as we should to ensure that we are able to sustain our manpower, the working force? Just look at this idiot. That's what I was talking about. There is no common sense. This guy want to overtake me from the right side and just gone to the left. Makes no sense. How proud can you be? And I'm proud of owning an Indian manufacturer motorcycle, which is no less, mind you, no less than any of the foreign offerings, especially Japanese offerings. So I respect Japan immensely. But this motorcycle is smooth. It's as good as an R15, and it is smoother than an R15. The engine is smoother than an R15, so we have the potential to do it. We can show even the bigger players how it's done. I still don't know what is holding us back. Even after 77 years of being Republic, we really have to think a lot carefully about India's hope to stand as a nation, proud nation, in all the problems that we see in the world today. It's not as same as it was before. There is chaos everywhere. For the sake of partners and good neighboring relations that we had with countries like Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, there is no hope there. We don't have a lot of friends there. The only possible friends that we have right now is Taliban, Afghanistan. I love Afghani people, but they are only friends to India at the moment, and there are a lot of challenges right in front of us that we aren't able to counter. And there has always been a nation who believed, or which believed in, a non-cooperation movement, or, I beg your pardon, a non-alliance movement. But what I see, the world is again getting grouped, being allies, and India is trying to maintain a balance amongst all of this. And honestly just trying to play a catch-up game here of sorts. So yeah, "77 years of being a republic, we are still supporting the rapists and gangsters." I don't know what have we learned. Sorry about all of this rant, but these are some of the thoughts that were coming into my mind as I was watching the Republic Day parade today. And there are a lot of questions that I was asking myself for this nation to be where it should have been and where we are today. It's more chaotic than ever it's been. However, it should have been the absolute opposite. We are still not able to fix a problem like pollution. You know, even despite the fresh rains in Delhi NCR, we still have a pollution level which is over 200, and there is no other options, but people have to survive. They have to survive this pollution by incorporating their own fighting mechanisms, whether it is an N95 mask or an air purifier or whatnot you're trying to do. But the fact of the matter is, people who should be responsible for ensuring that things are in check and not taking the measures that are intended to fix these problems. As more and more good individuals, intelligent minds shift from India to a different country just because they want to live in a situation which is not hostile. And it's welcoming and encouraging peace. And more cooperation, more gratitude towards just being human beings. That's what unfortunately we are lacking. And it's a sad state of affairs, honestly, for me to look at the situation. We are still struggling to keep our rivers clean. Yeah, the basic of the things, we aren't able to do it properly. But let's see how long it takes and it's certainly not up to any politicians to fix this. It's more up to individuals, people of our country needs to think and realize that the power is not in. Just look at these idiots. Just look at these idiots. The problem or the strength is in not, it's certainly not in living as a bunch or a group of individuals divided into many groups, but it's the power to believe that we are one nation. We all have to collectively get our thoughts together and make those politicians, those individuals, those netas, those media responsible for their action and just answerable to a lot of things that they easily get over with. Yeah, with that said, guys, this is a Republic Day vlog that I didn't wanted it to be going like this, but unfortunately it's just turned out to be in a way I never intended it to be. But yeah, I'm enjoying this beautiful Indian make machine. It's a heck of an engine, smooth, and I love every bit of riding this particular machine. Made in India. I'm so proud of it. I had 2 machines before this made in India. This is also made in India, and I think the next one is also gonna be made in India only. And I think it is the motorcycle industry which is giving Chinese manufactured motorcycle a heck a run for their money, because Indian manufactured motorcycles are appreciated everywhere, whether it's Colombia, it's Africa, it's South America, any Latino countries, or anywhere in the Southeast Asia. Wherever Indian motorcycles are sold, they get a lot of appreciation because of the dependability of the motorcycle and just the engineering of it. It can challenge any other manufacturer in the world, and I'm so proud of Indian manufacturers, Indian motorcycle manufacturers especially. They have taken the game up to anybody in this world, and no doubt companies like Hero, TVS, Royal Enfield, Bajaj, just taken over, KTM, are doing great in terms of manufacturing and providing you with the technology that people deserve in a fraction of an amount. And look at this motorcycle, is absolutely brilliant machine, and that's an X-Pulse 2110. So let me just ask this guy. See, so proud of Indian manufacturers. The X-Pulse 2110 is also an absolutely gem of a motorcycle, and I know this for a fact because it's got the same engine as the Charisma. The guy is in a hurry and he wants to go to the other side. Oh no. That X-Pulse is flying, man. Maybe I'm just riding too slow. Anyways, how's it? कैसा चल रहा है? कैसा चल रहा है? मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कैसा चल रहा है एक्सपल्स? बढ़िया। गुड मैन। भाग गया भाई। देख लो अब एक्सपल्स भी यार क्या मस्त भाग रहा है। मैं अपना XMR को इतना भगाता नहीं हूँ, भगा सकता हूँ अभी। सेम इंजन बट दैट मोटरसाइकिल इज आल्सो great. With that said guys, thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you've enjoyed the rant that I did, apologies for doing something that I didn't want to, but thank you so much for sticking around. Until next time, enjoy, ride safe, wear your helmet and your gear. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye.